Hi, I'm Susan Evans from susanevans.org, and today I'm going to show you my unit study of ancient Egypt. Here we have The Story of the World by Susan Wise Bauer. I'm using that as the backbone of my study of ancient Egypt. This is a classical curriculum, and I'm only using the first 127 pages. Because that's what ancient Egypt is. And I'm planning to spend about 2 or 3 months in ancient Egypt. I'm also using the cards of Veritas Press. I laminated them, and it shows basically all of the stories from the Bible as integrated into ancient Egypt. So it's on that timeline, and it talks about all kinds of Egyptian things along with the Bible, and it has music CD to go with it. I also another one of the backbones of this unit is Diana Waring's What in the World's Going On Here, and for your auditory learners, this is really interesting to listen to. She laughs and talks in a very conversational style. I've seen her in person. She's really good. I'm also going to be doing The Cat of Bubastes by G.A. Henty, and I have that on CD. The best recording on CD is by Jim Weiss. He is outstanding. We did one a couple years ago on the Civil War, actually 1 year ago on the Civil War, and it was absolutely fantastic. The kids were on the edge of their seat. It was really good. Here you have a sheet and some gold rope. I'm going to make some Egyptian costumes for the boys. They're simple tunics that are in the shape of a T, and I'm not going to sew anything this time. That's going to be kind of cool. So that's for costumes. We're going to have an Egyptian feast, which I will be writing about on my blog and probably on my website too. Oh, and embossing. I ordered some copper. I've seen copper like this at Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. I just put copper sheets into Google. I Googled it, and I've never done embossing before, so I looked it up on YouTube, and I took notes, and so these are my little tiny notes. I stuck it to here. I'll show you on my blog whether it's really hard to do or whether it's easy, whether it's luxurious looking or whether it's impossible. By the way, I homeschool. My kids are ages 10, 8, 7, and just turned 5, and so those are the ages of my kids. Now, if I had kids in high school, I would add to Story of the World and Veritas Press and these three, I would add Streams of Civilization, and maybe even throw in Kono's History of the World Volume 1, which I probably pull a few of the ideas out of as well. Those are really good for hands-on stuff. Okay, now, in our ancient Egypt study, we're going to do notebooking, and in our notebooks, they're going to decorate the front for ancient Egypt, and then I have sheet protectors, and within those sheet protectors, I have black sheets of paper that I'm going to put in each one that's acid-free. This first one is going to have a map of ancient Egypt colored and stuff, and here is like the 10 plagues of ancient Egypt. That's really funny. That'll be on my website next month, or a couple months from now. We'll see. Anyway, that was hilarious. It was a really funny thing we did a few months ago, actually. Okay, so notebooking, and we're gonna our writing assignments and things like that. They can write and then cut it out and glue it onto the black page, and you can cut out pictures from magazines and things like that. Oh, like for example, I had like my mom keeps giving me travel magazines. I don't know why. But like I found this Egypt one, so someone will probably use that, and like the ancient Egypt, whatever. Anyway, you can glue those kinds of things. Also, for the notebooking, I have like this that could decorate the sides for gluing it. I have gel pens and like gold Sharpie markers and stuff like that that are really cool. This is kind of neat. I saw this at a learning supply store, and it has like different things to do. that have different pictures of Egypt and things like that. And I am anti-worksheets. Worksheets are mostly twaddle. But what you can do if you're doing notebooking is you can pull out what you're studying. For example, let's say you're doing mummies 1 week, then you can pull out from here something that has mummies. They can color it, cut it out, glue it beside whatever they're writing about mummies, and then they'll have that in their notebook. So I'm using this as a notebooking supply, not the way they're doing it. Okay? And since I'm talking about mummies anyway, if you have really young kids, Mummies Made in Egypt by Aliki is really good. It's very simplified. This one has a lot of blood and guts. If you are shielding your kids from such things, then you will not want to buy this one. But of course I have boys and they can handle this. But there's like overlays. I love like plastic overlays and things like that. Absolutely outstanding. I absolutely love that. So you need plenty of really fun ancient Egypt books. Like this is Egyptology. I haven't read through the whole thing yet, so I don't know. But it has lots of things that that are interactive that you can pull and open and stuff like that. There's also, let's see, for the mummies thing, I'm planning to do, and this is really funny, this is going to be a sarcophagus, and my daughter was really young when I first got her these little dolls for her dollhouse. Now they're all matted and nasty, so I upgraded by buying some new dolls, and now I'm going to turn these into mummies. So we're going to have little strips of, probably over here, the leftovers from this sheet. Instead of throwing it away, I'm going to make little strips and have like watery glue kind of with salt or whatever for embalming, and then they're going to make a mummy out of it and put it in. I got these boxes at Hobby Lobby for $1.99. I didn't find it at Michael's or at other craft supply stores, but they're not that expensive if you can find it. And then they're going to do their sarcophagus on here. I'm planning to use first to do it in pencil, then with a black Sharpie marker, and then metallic paint, which I got at a teacher supply store. This is so cool. We made an outer space mural, which you could probably see, yeah, in one of my yearbooks. Yeah, if you sign up on my website, you can get my yearbook for free, and you can see all the stuff that I was doing with this paint. Anyway, it's so cool. This metallic paint is. And even on papyrus, if you look over here, I got this papyrus paper at a teacher supply store too. So, and then this I got years ago at a museum, and so they can use that as an example of what to do on their papyrus. Let's see. Oh, I didn't mention there's other like coloring books and things. Like for my 5-year-old, there's really easy coloring pages for my 5-year-old. She could color them and cut them out for her notebook, because I expect her to do a notebook as well. And then you have a little bit harder kinds of things, anyway, like this, that are more complicated for the older kids if they want to add that. And I picked up most of those for like 50 cents at yard sales and stuff. I got an Ancient Egypt game at a yard sale for $1. I don't know if it's any good or not. I'll tell you on my blog after we play it. This I got for $1 too. It's just Ancient Egypt stuff. This is face paint for when we do Ancient Egypt. We dress up as Ancient Egypt stuff. Here's a basket kit, which I don't know if I'm going to make or not, because I looked on the instructions and I was like, oh, that's a lot more complicated than I thought. But I got it at a Cub Scout store for $6.99. Anyway, it has all the supplies you need to make a basket, so if I have energy someday I might do that. Let's see what else. Oh, we have books on pyramids. These are really cool. David Macaulay does this pyramid one, and it explains how pyramids are built. There's a video that goes with it, which you could find at the library. I know mine has it at the library. And there's this, these books are really cool too. They have clear overlays. I love clear overlays if you haven't noticed. And here is an Egyptian tomb. And this, you could see the clear overlay. It's like you're in a tomb looking in, you know, in a tomb. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. Let's see. These, I'm planning to do a King Tut mask. Back when I was a teacher, I was teaching at one time at a Christian school for a couple of years, and this is what my class looked like when they had their Egyptian King Tut masks. I just made it up out of my head, and I hope I can remember how to do it based on that. From what I remember, I got the mask, okay? Then I did, I got this thick paper, cardstock, and I made it go like this, and then like this. But I'll show you on my blog. So that's real super easy. And then after I got the shape right, because this is back when I was single, I actually had more energy back then. So hopefully I remember. But I sprayed it, painted it with you know, gold spray paint, and then the kids, you know, painted the stripes and painted whatever they wanted on their thing. So that's another thing we're planning to do. Fun with hieroglyphs. Oh, I got this for like $1 or $2 at a used curriculum sale, and these are rubber stamps of the hieroglyphics. Isn't that cool? I think that's so cool. But if you don't have it, if you're dirt poor, you could write, you know, draw them out yourself. And I'm planning on, of course, having lots of hieroglyphs in their notebook there. Here's some Passover stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Passover this year, but Passover is a good thing to integrate into your Egypt study because it integrates Bible class with ancient Egypt, because the Israelites were in Egypt. And actually, if you're doing it from the Bible's point of view, the 10 Commandments by Charlton Heston, it kind of helps you to see, you know, ancient Egypt and everything. I know it's not exactly the way it would have been back then, but it really helped my kids to see it, and my kids really enjoyed it because they know the Bible stories. And so that was a fun thing to bring to life that time period, and integrating it with your Bible study. Other kinds of videos. As you can see, I haven't even looked at this one yet, so it might be horrible. I have no idea. I got it at a yard sale or something for $1. This I have no idea either. But it's, you know, the Exodus revealed the search for the Red Sea crossing. I don't know if that's good or not. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. This one, though, we recorded off of the television, and it was a PBS special on, like, constellations in the sky and how the constellations had to do with the configuration of the pyramids, and it was really cool. So if you have, you know, just on your regular TV, if late at night one night they're showing something like that, go ahead and record it and watch it with your husband. And then if it's worth showing to your kids, then you can show it to your kids. And if you do that for personal use, it's not a violation or anything, because the ads are still in there and everything. Okay, let's see what else here. I found these also at yard sales. It's, you know, make history, ancient Egypt. Anyways, there's some of these things are good, some are not that good, but that's really cool. We'll see. We'll probably get ideas. Probably more of this. Make it work, ancient Egypt. This one has a bunch of really cool things, like for jewelry. I'm not sure. This looks a little bit hard, but I mean, there's some things like I want to make. Jewelry and different things like that. So I have like about 20 things I want to do, but like for example the sarcophagus, I mean that's only 1 out of 20 things, and it's not going to take one day, I bet you anything. It'll probably take like 2 weeks or something. Like my 10-year-old son is meticulous, and so it's going to be like shiny and gorgeous and everything, probably. I mean, I don't know. I'll show you when it happens, but anyways, so the longer you spend on something, the more beautiful it is. And all of these activities can be done at a high school level. You can throw in some essays or whatever. And so your whole family can enjoy ancient Egypt with you. So thank you for listening to my ancient Egypt unit.